Hello, my dear beloved friends. Good morning and good evening, whichever place you are right now. I strongly believe that you're staying safe and you're doing all good and you're healthy, you're wealthy, you're prosperous. That's my desire and that's my wish for you. Warm welcome to this motivational series, or rather, I would call it as the sessions, what the type of sessions that we are dealing or nothing but to help you march forward in life and be a very successful person. And that's our wish and that's our desire, always for the mankind. And today, if you see, many people are getting into a lot of depressions, a lot of negativity. The reason is because they don't get time in their life to focus on what is most important versus what is unimportant. So the pressures that we face in the world each day, when you get along with the world, the circumstances, the type of situations, the type of people whom we meet, troublesome moments, worrisome moments, it's very natural for any human being. That's a natural tendency of human being to start moving backward, right? Or they backslide and they're not able to come up because there is no hands to help them and lift them up. And that's why, with that good intention, that we are ready to offer our helping hands. Therefore, you catch our hands and try to come up. And that's the prime responsibility of every human being. We need to help each other, and yeah, that's part of humanity. All right. So one such topic we have picked today is to deal with something called as peer pressure. Peer pressure, many people think it's only limited up to the age of 25 to 30, all the way from the childhood days. That is, they become students and then they get into college, they become professionals and young professionals. Many people have this misunderstanding that this peer pressure is very much limited to certain age group. I would say honestly, there is no age limit for peer pressure. As you travel in this journey of life, what happens is there are a lot of changes that happens in life. Yeah, between the age of what I say 5 all the way to 18, you will be enrolled in all sorts of academics. You will be a student. After that, you get into college and you continue to be a student, but then you are enrolling yourself into some professional course and you become graduate, and then you become a professional, and then you get married, and then you become father, you become mother, right? And then what happens? You become grandfather and grandmother. So the life continues, the journey continues. But as the journey is continuing, you will tend to see there are a lot of changes in circumstances, and which are something that nobody is able to predict. Yeah, some circumstances brings a lot of good memories, some circumstances or some situations leaves behind a lot of bad memories. Yeah, it's very unfortunate. But as human beings, you and I should be able to overcome that. And one such thing is this peer pressure topic. Peer pressure, it evolves because of the fact that you always try to compete with others, or you always look at other people's success or other people's accomplishments and achievements in terms of a threat. Yeah, they achieved something, therefore I need to do something bigger than this. I need to do something similar than this. Not necessarily one should have this attitude. The reason is because all of us have got that unique skills, all of us have got that unique interests and passions. Therefore, you and I need to always focus on what is our talent and what is our skill, and why are we supposed to have that competitive attitude. Nobody is able to answer except for one fact and one reason. It's envy, right? It's jealous, and it's the what I say, the stress that you develop within you, unnecessary stress, and that happens to become the peer pressure. Welcome, and we will see what best to do in the next few minutes, and we will take you through certain facts. Peer pressure, by definition, is a feeling that one must do the same thing as other people of either the same age group or different age group or a social group, right? In order to be liked by everyone, you want to become more popular, and in order to be respected by people. And for example, one crazy thing is he or she starts to drink or booze alcohol in high school because of peer pressure. The remaining 10 people are in the process of always consuming alcohol, And you also, it's not that your interest is all about, boozing alcohol, but other people are mocking you, other people are calling you with all sorts of bullying names and stuff like that, and you end up doing something crazy, right? And what happens is, if all the remaining nine folks in your team gets addicted, you will be the 10th guy who will also fall in addiction without a choice. You need not necessarily make such bad choices in life. Now, what causes peer pressure? Many people have this question in their mind, and I've partially explained. Peer pressure is a pressure or influence from a person's peer. It could be your friend, it could be your neighbor's child, it could be your co-worker at workplace, it could be your classmate, college mate, it could be even your life partner. Sometimes you get that pressure, and many diverse cases advocates have really learned that it's because of my wife is earning more than me, therefore this guy is under pressure that I need to earn more than her, right? And peers are often described as people of the same age group or social group, regardless of any kind of relationship. There is no hard and fast rule that the peer, so-called peer, by definition, must be a student or wife, or it can be anyone, right? The causes of peer pressure includes the need to fit in. I mean to say, it induces that low self-esteem, fear of rejection. You may be rejected if you don't booze with others. I will lose all my nine friends. So what? You won't lose your life. You won't lose your motives. Don't worry, right? And you will get different friends. This world is so big. Don't worry. Yeah, of course it is small in size in big universe, but then in this world there are so many people. Don't worry, there are a lot of people who will cross your path. You should have that confidence, and at most time they need to feel safety and secure from peers, therefore they get involved in any of these kind of activities. Although they are not interested, they get, due to pressure, they just get involved, right? And the peer pressure, by example, we have already told you. But if you're with friends, who are doing something that you typically would not do or would not want to do, and they convince you to do what they are doing, that is an example of peer pressure. Or they force you to do. Sometimes it's as good as like ragging or bullying, right? People end up in such kind of problems too. And I told you at what age the peer pressure is most common. It doesn't matter, but the study says, the Temple University study says, the relationship between age and resistance to peer pressure. Researchers found that children are the most vulnerable to peer pressure, that is between the ages of 10 and 14. Therefore, this message is for every parent. If you're in parenthood, you need to take care of your children between 10 to 14, because that's the time where they will feel the peer pressure a lot. Now, peer pressure, is it applicable only for students? Yeah, the soft answer or the hard answer is yes. Majority of this peer pressure incidents happens during this the student life, right? Making decisions on their own is hard enough, but when other people get involved and try to pressure you one way or another, it can be even harder for the students, right? Now, people who are of your age, like your classmates, are called peers, right? When they try to influence, how you act, and to get you to do something, or force you, is called as peer pressure. By definition, we have seen this. Is this peer pressure very harmful or not? Many people are thinking always it's harmful, but there are benefits also, about which we'll discuss in a moment. The negative effects of peer pressure include pressure to use alcohol. There are a few things: pressure to smoke cigarettes or be part of the drug addictions, or pressure to engage in risk-taking behaviors. For example, there are a lot of people who are thrilled to drive the bike, wheeling the bike and all that. And they end up in major accidents and they get killed at an young age, right? Risk-taking behaviors, which is like, they take it as a kind of a stress buster, which is a distraction from the schoolwork. So you need not necessarily get involved in such things. Now, what are the signs of peer pressure? We want to give you a quick checklist, right? These are the signs. If you want to identify, discover that whether you are involved in this peer pressure or not, this will be a best checklist. You will be in low modes, mood swings, and you will be in the feelings of hopelessness. There won't be any hope. You won't have any confidence in anything you do, right? And you will have sudden change in the behavior, mood swings, and the trouble falling asleep, meaning you won't be able to sleep in the night, staying late nights, and loss of appetite, or either overeating. It's either like too much of appetite, or you become anemic kind of, reluctance to go to school. I don't want to go to school. I love enjoying my life. Many children are like that. So these are the signs of peer pressure, that either or other way they are involved in this peer pressure concept, and we described, right? Now, peer pressure is also very dangerous. Why? Because when children are especially vulnerable, they may end up in some crime-related scenarios. Peer pressure have been linked to criminal behavior. By and large, police has reported this, and but it has not been found to be a primary reason why most people engage in criminal behavior. Not the primary reason, but it's one of the major reasons, especially for the people between 10 to 18 age group. They get involved in criminal activities or offenses because of this peer pressure. Then in turn, it leaves teenagers more vulnerable to peer influence than that, I mean, sorry, that can lead them to commit crimes or get into some sort of nonsense, which you can definitely read in newspaper, and in the media channels and all. If you see, you will see the photographs of the people who are involved in crime, very young people, 16 years old, 15, 18 years, 19, 20, 21. It is at that age group. Because why? They have no proper sense, that doesn't under their control, and they end up in all sorts of problems. There are different types of peer pressure. I spoke to you already about the spoken peer pressure, right? This type of peer pressure involves one individual or a group asking another individual to participate in some type of behavior in which they are not interested, right? And there are a lot of indirect peer pressure, which means if I don't perform, then my appraisal will be impacted. Corporate peer pressure, right? The direct peer pressure is nothing but you will be compared with a neighbor's child. See how much marks he is scoring. Sometimes parents are the reason, right? And you see how much percentage you have got. So the kid is almost in the tears, and you will see, they have problems that they cannot overcome, right? And positive peer pressure, negative peer pressure. The thing is, you can have positive peer pressure, about which we will talk in a moment. We will talk through the benefits, in the sense you can always compete with a person without any competitive attitude, jealous attitude, envying, and all that. And you want to become like somebody, take them as the role model, inspiring character, and therefore you can have that pressure. I want to become like the good swimmer. I want to become a good cricketer. You can have that peer pressure. Negative peer pressure is like, I want to somehow defeat that guy. Yeah, I will do anything. It's like crook, being a crook and cunning attitude and all that. You want to defeat that person being very cunning and wicked, then that is not the right attitude. That's not the right peer pressure you should be abiding. So these are the different types, right? Now there are a few benefits to the peer pressure also, if you see, right? There are lots of pros and cons, but then it can be a way to help you learn some positive habits out of pressure. See, some children, you don't pressurize them, they don't learn anything. They'll become very lazy, sluggish, and peer pressure in that aspect is good. Peer pressure can help you experience different cultures. You will have a versatile experience. But earlier, you were very limited and confined to your boundaries. You are like a frog living in the well. Now you are like that blue whale who wants to jump into the ocean and enjoy the tides, right? It can help you to abandon negative habits, because why? You have no time to think on activity. You'll be focused. You'll become a very sharp person. Become a very busy person, striving to achieve something bigger, right? Peer pressure can encourage you to become a more excellent. Your excellence, your habits will excel more, right? It can help you to become a more emotionally and a flexible person. Emotions are needed, but not the bad emotions like sadness, grief, anguish, lambasting at somebody, not like that. But emotion to empathize and sympathize and help others and all that, that is also part of emotion. Happiness, joy, they are good emotions. So these peer pressures are also going to help you benefit in that aspect. Okay, good. Last but not the least, we will see this and we will close. Okay, how can you avoid peer pressure? Very important question to answer. Say no if you want to say no. That's a very simple principle. I will start with that. Now, back up and no with a positive statement. Don't be very rude, because you will lose relationship, you will lose friends, right? And be repetitive. Somebody keeps pushing you, bullying you. Say no, 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 no. 10 times they speak to you in a day. Say 10 times no. You don't have to say 11 times. 10 equal to 10. Okay. Practice saying no. Why I'm sticking to this no is the only solution, the only mantra for you to overcome is saying a no. That's it. Be very firm to it and be very what I say, you be very sober. You don't have to be very aggressive and like a fighter. You don't have to go and punch on somebody's face. Just say, polite no. That's enough. Get away from the pressure zone. Try to pick up different companions, change the gang, change the lunch partner. These are all the things which you need to really take care of. And it's easy also. It's no big deal, right? You can find it. Of course, you can eat lunch alone also. Why? Because mouth is the only partner you need. What's a big deal? You eat lunch in 10-15 minutes, watch some mobile phone videos or something like that, and just finish it off and move on, right? And last but not the least, use the buddy system. The buddy system is nothing but you develop that network of people. Wherever you go, you develop that network, and social media is really good in that aspect. But don't get into some nonsense of meeting strangers whom you do not know, right? Buddy system is networking within your office, known people whom you meet physically, not virtual people. These are some of the tips which will help you to overcome or avoid peer pressure. Therefore, God bless you. And no, don't be overwhelmed with sorrow that, some people don't want to go to college or they want to change the school because the people always surrounding me and bullying me. Just say a firm no and stay polite, stay cool. God will bless you, and please don't be worried too much on this. Hope this was a useful session. Please subscribe to our channel. You get access to all the 50 plus videos that we are having already uploaded there, and this is going to definitely help any people of any gender and any age group, any color, any skin color, doesn't matter. You will all be benefiting, and please share it with your friends, and may they also be benefiting out of these. God bless. Take care. I'll meet you soon. Bye.